animated Anarchy series presents the Animated Hour of Power.
What's up, everybody? This is the Animated Hour of Power, episode 21. I am Dutchy, and I am a complete idiot because I forgot to set the randomizer up. Sitting here talking, and it's just like, oh crap, the randomizer's not up. I can't get it. So, but this is a part of the Animated Anarchy series here on the When Tunes Combine YouTube channel. I am, of course, your host, Dutchy, joined as always by Money E.
What's up?
And Wildcard Dave.
You know it.
And
No
I'm
Sean
gonna...
tonight.
Huh?
No, I was just saying no Sean tonight.
Yeah, no Sean tonight, so I'm judging, which is probably why my brain's all screwed up, because normally I have this stuff already done. But I hope everybody had a good new year, and we're starting 2026 off.
Yeah. What?
He's doing a show. Shut up.
Be right back.
Ugh.
Your favorite person, Dutchy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got to type this stuff up anyway.
His controller and master.
Yep.
Summons him.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen what his face looked like when I said he's doing a show. Shut up.
There we go.
All right. So, everybody satisfied, Eric? Are they going to leave you alone for the next couple of hours?
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Yeah, we need you for 2 hours, Eric. You're ours.
Yeah.
I just had to give something to my dad.
Oh, that was your dad that was calling you?
No, my mom wanted me to give something to him.
Oh, I was going to say, if it was for your dad, it's okay. But since it was your mom.
Why didn't she just give it to him?
I don't know.
He probably had it up in his room. That's probably why.
Fair.
Oh.
You checked their charger? That's what it was.
All right. So tonight's episode of the podcast, we have Bob the Builder versus Paw Patrol. We're also going to have Claymore taking on Redo of Healer. Jimmy Neutron takes on Total Drama Island. And the main event, this is as old school as it gets. It's Looney Tunes versus Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yep.
For those of you that have never seen the show before, 5 categories we're going to judge. Obviously, I'm judging in Sean's place tonight because he is watching a Buffalo Bandits game. His parents gifted him tickets. So they are...
Hope he enjoys.
Yeah.
Date night.
Yeah. So 5 categories are going to be selected via the randomizer. And then we're going to judge. It's best of 5. If the show wins 3-0, it's 30 points. 3-1 is 20. 3-2 is 10, and 5 for the loser. If you are swept, you lose 10 points. Bob the Builder, if they get swept here tonight, they move into negative 20, so they're going to be in the bottom of the barrel category.
Okay.
So, pull the randomizer up here. Can everybody see the screen?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. 1 click. And all right.
Let's go.
How do we feel?
Animation. I love me some animation style. That's one of my favorite categories. If the fans don't already know.
I mean, we do.
Fan base.
Overall, so it's animation style, fan base, overall enjoyment, humor, and originality.
Okay, I can go. I love those.
And here's the funny part is that, like, overall enjoyment is the one category that nobody can complain about.
Yep, because it's just what we prefer.
Yeah, because we are allowed to have that opinion.
Doesn't matter if the show's worse, if it's got worse animation or whatnot. If we like it, we like it.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing.
I could decide a sweep or a if it goes on.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so this is I wonder if this is the first time that these 5 categories have been in this grouping.
We haven't had overall enjoyment for a while.
I feel like in this grouping, yeah, I feel like you're right.
No
We ain't got one of the M's in here.
Yeah.
The cartoon gods knew that the Sean's not here tonight.
So they gave us categories we can actually work with.
No merch.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Which, by the way, if merch would have been a category, and I'm foreshadowing to the main event, then that would have probably sealed the deal for Looney Tunes.
Oh yeah,
because they're the kings of merch.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Fair enough.
I don't care who they're going against. Like, they're the kings of merch, but we don't have to worry about that. We're going to start off with Bob the Builder taking on Paw Patrol. Bob the Builder in the division of Rose Stranahan. Paw Patrol in the division of Sue Hummer, who is my mother. Both shows 0-1, but Bob the Builder has negative 10 points right now. They get swept, then they move to negative 20. So just to build a little bit of drama there, we start with the animation style. And so Paw Patrol is kind of like computer animated. Yeah. As is Bob the Builder, like it's computer animated, but it almost kind of looks like it's almost like claymation computer animation too.
Right.
It looks like a computer game that you played back in the day.
Yeah. Like it looks like an old school computer game. Yep. So it's a new year, and Eric, you're gonna start.
Awesome. I think both of them are very, very similar. As you said. But I'll give the edge to Bob.
To Bob?
I thought it was a little more cleaner, but just slightly.
Okay. All right. I'm actually going to go next because I actually went with Paw Patrol. And the reason why I went with Paw Patrol is because it's a more updated version.
Okay, and fair enough.
To me, that's cleaner.
Fair.
Because it's more modern, so to speak. All right, Dave, you're starting us off by breaking a tie.
Yeah, Doug, you pretty much took a lot of the words right out of my mouth. Paw Patrol, I believe, is more modern. I think it's higher quality. Bob the Builder was more of like a stop motion animation style, where Paw Patrol is more bright 3D action type adventure animation. So in that case, I went with Paw Patrol here.
Yeah.
If I had gone second or third, I would probably have been swayed.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter now.
Well, and the thing is that, like, you know, you do have, I mean, because Bob the Builder is one of those that, like, it's kind of like in that original category because it started in like 99, 2000. Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those that, like, it laid like the foundation for a show like a Paw Patrol or a Dora, or, you know, stuff like that, you know, because they're all Nickelodeon.
Yep.
So, or Nick Jr., as it would be. So it laid a foundation. But as far as like the way the animation is now, Paw Patrol just, you know, it's just because it's more updated. It looks cleaner on a lot of levels. All right. we're going to move on to fan base. Who had the bigger fan base? And again, it's kind of two different generations. And if you like, so it just depends on like how you look at it. It's like, you know, Bob the Builder is an older, Paw Patrol's newer, but like who had the bigger fan base? Dave, you're going to start this one.
Man, this one was tough. But I went because the sheer volume of its fan base. I went with Paw Patrol here. Its sheer size and global commercial success is untouched by Bob the Builder. Why Bob the Builder does have I feel like a nostalgic appeal to the fan base, and it's got that classic cherished love for it. But I don't feel like there's that loyalty for Bob the Builder. But I feel like just based on sheer size, Paw Patrol takes this.
Okay. All right. Eric, I'm going to have you go next.
I'm going with Paul too. From what I read and researched, it actually took the lead from Bob the Builder in recent years. It's become more popular. Especially globally.
Yeah, especially now because like if you look in like retail stores, you'll see a lot more, and it's not a category, or it's not a category we're using right now, but you'll see all the merch for Paw Patrol. 10 years ago you would have seen it for Bob the Builder, but not necessarily now. By the way, I also
I think it's a bigger, from what I read, the bigger age range too.
Yeah. By the way, I also went with Paw Patrol, so right now they're up 2-0. So it's not looking good for Mr. Bob. But it's not over yet. We got another category here. Now, Paw Patrol can win it with this category. It's overall enjoyment. Category speaks for itself. Which show did you enjoy more? I'm going to go first because I'm going with Bob the Builder just because I actually think Paw Patrol was a little annoying.
Yep.
So, especially, their boss, their leader, the kid, Ryder.
Oh my God. You're telling me.
So, Eric, why don't you go next?
Bob the Builder. I think it was more simple and more easy to watch.
All right. Dave?
Yeah, I would have to agree with you too. I'd like Bob the Builder. I think it was more enjoyable because it was more calm. And they're practicing skills and cooperation. I feel like Paw Patrol's a little fast-paced and super energetic, and some of the voices I'm not a big fan of, so it made it kind of hard to watch some episodes when they played a bigger role in those episodes. So for that reason, I'm going Bob the Builder.
Okay. All right. They're not getting swept. They're staying out of the bottom of the barrel. Now, they might still stay at negative 10 points. It depends on how this next category goes. Now, this was a tough category. It's humor. I don't think either show was really that funny.
No.
But I'm not going to go first. Dave, you are.
See, there's a couple things. Like, there's a couple different scenarios. Like, this one's toss up to me. But I think I'm gonna go Paw Patrol here, just because of the cats. I find them kind of funny. I forget that dude's name, the mayor, that has with the cats with him, but they kind of treat him like he's stupid all the time, and just give him that look. So I enjoy that. But Bob the Builder, I mean, it was more like wordplay related humor, and maybe like gentle, mild mishaps type deal more than humor, I feel like. So for that reason, I gave it to Paw Patrol.
Okay. All right. Eric, why don't you go?
I'm going Paw too. I just think there wasn't really any humor in either, but if you wanted to choose it, I think Paul slightly has a little more humor. I don't think Bob had any.
Right. And that's actually one of the reasons why I went with Paw Patrol as well. There was a little bit there. Again, neither show really had that much, but I think Bob the Builder was just like way too serious
Yeah,
for the most part. So
both shows were created by the same person too.
yeah.
Yep.
So that might actually make sense a little bit.
It's an educational show. So it's not supposed to be.
I mean, they both are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about teamwork, cooperation, and solving problems and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, all right. Paw Patrol's going to win at 3-1. That means 20 points for Paw Patrol. Nothing for Bob the Builder, but they're not going to lose anything, and they're not going to head to the bottom of the barrel.
That's good.
Up next, we have Dave's favorite kind of battle. It's an anime battle. We got Claymore versus Redo of Healer. Claymore in the division of Gary Lutz. They are 0-1, 0 points. Redo of Healer in the division of Karen Bianco. 0-1, 0 points. So somebody's going to get points out of this. And we're going to go ahead, and Dave, we're going to start with you. The first category is animation style. Who had the better animation?
I think Claymore here has better animation. I think it's more consistent, more fluid animation compared to Redo of Healer. It's also produced by Madhouse Studios, which is very highly praised for their animation style.
Okay. All right, Eric, you want to go next?
Yep, I'm gonna agree with Dave. I think it's more cleaner and more fluid, and it just looked better, and it made you want to watch the show.
All right. I also went with Claymore. Again, like you guys said, it's a lot cleaner. So we all agree on that. Claymore is up 1-0. So 2 more, and they get a sweep. We move on to fan base. Who had the bigger fan base? I'm going to go first on this one because from what I kind of read and from what I kind of looked up, Redo of Healer really isn't that highly regarded because of, what they do in the show.
Yeah, for their explicit nature, let's say.
Yeah. So I went with Claymore.
Yep.
And here's the thing, like watching some of the stuff of Redo of Healer that I watched, I felt uncomfortable watching some of it, honestly. So like,
yeah, even from the intro.
So I'm going with Claymore. What?
No, I said even from the intro of Redo, you can tell it's
yeah. Dave, you want to go next?
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there, Dutchie. Claymore, I feel, is highly rated, and I feel like it's also overlooked. I feel like it's really good. The manga, especially, which is cherished by its readers. It's got really good quality content, so I think for that reason, like you said, when you were talking about Redo of Healer, it's got that explicit nature, which a lot of people don't enjoy. It depends on the explicitness of the nature that they're showing, and for that reason, I went with Claymore as well.
Okay. All right. By the way, I did make a faux pas. Claymore actually, even though they're 0-1, they still have 5 points because they went toe-to-toe with Spawn in stage 1.
Yep.
So they do have points on the board. But Eric, go ahead.
I'm going to Claymore too. I don't think there's that much. I mean, they have a significant more fan base, bigger fan base.
Yeah. All right. They're up 2-0. 1 more and they sweep. Overall enjoyment. By the way, this is a dangerous placement, I think, for overall enjoyment to be in. Because, well, kind of hear me out on this. Or I don't know if you're laughing
because they're both kind of dark. Both of
Well,
them.
no. What I mean is like this is a dangerous category for this particular battle.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, but like overall enjoyment being in the third spot in the battle, it's just like, this is one of those to where like our opinion is really going to make or break the battle here.
Yep.
Now with that being said, overall enjoyment, obviously, which one did you enjoy more? Eric, I'm starting with you.
I'm going with Clay. I just think there was more story there. I thought it was more. I just enjoyed it more.
Okay.
Honestly.
All right, Dave, I'm going to throw it to you.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'm going Claymore here. It's definitely more enjoyable.
All right. I also went with Claymore. Yeah, it's just, redo of Healer just didn't. It felt kind of uncomfortable watching a lot of the scenes.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. And
yeah,
and Claymore, I mean, you could watch that and be like, okay, this is all right. I had no problem watching it. Demon fighting, flesh eating. I'm fine with that. The other stuff on the other, their scenes were a little more disturbing.
Yeah, and we're not really going to get into it because it's not something, because kids do watch this show, and I really don't want to
get into graphic details. Yeah, I understand.
I don't want to get into graphic details, and I really don't want people turning us in to the FCC. But all right, so Claymore's going to win at 3-0. Redo of Healer's going to lose 10 points. But Claymore gets themselves up to 35. Here is a battle that's a lot more family friendly. Jimmy Neutron versus Total Drama Island. Jimmy Neutron in the division of Liam Jolly, the undefeated Liam Jolly, at least for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Of course, Jimmy Neutron 1-0, 20 points, taking on Total Drama Island. Total Drama Island in the division of Kaylee Fox, who belongs on Total Drama Island. 1-0, 20 points herself. So, all right, the first category is animation style, and we've got basically it's Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network. Dave, you're going to start us off here.
It's going to sound weird, but I went with Total Drama Island for the animation. I just feel like the CGI that was used for Jimmy Neutron, I mean, compared to the CGI nowadays, it was not that good of CGI. And I just feel like it takes more detail to do the 2D flash animation style. They had nice, thick, bold outlines, whereas in Jimmy Neutron, it was more like, the characters were bouncy, but I don't know how to describe it.
Right.
Precisely, but you know what I'm saying. Like they look bouncy, jiggly, or whatever. But I feel like you didn't have that in Total Drama, and each character had really nice designs. I feel like in Jimmy Neutron, the designs were all kind of simple, similar.
Yeah.
So like they didn't have to really worry about like different character looks because all the characters kind of look similar with their styles. So for that reason, I went with Total Drama.
All right. I'm going to go next because I'm going on the other side.
Oh.
I'm going to go Jimmy Neutron. And usually the way Dave just kind of described it, that's usually my argument for going for the more hand-drawn animation over the computer stuff. But I just felt like, Cartoon Network was starting to get lazier, I think, with their animation.
Yeah.
So and I felt like Nickelodeon was taking that next step.
It definitely was the next step. I mean, Jimmy Neutron was one of the first CGI cartoons.
Yeah.
I feel.
So I feel like that's the reason why I'm going with Jimmy Neutron is because Nickelodeon evolved, where I felt like, and I do see what you're saying because again, Dave, usually for other shows, I would make that argument.
No, I understand your argument too, and that's almost the reason why I went that way as well. Like to me, this category was a toss up for me.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm going with Jimmy Neutron just because I feel like because they evolved, it made it look like a little cleaner.
Yeah.
So, all right, Eric, you're the tiebreaker.
I'm going with total drama. I just thought
I
it was
am
more,
not
cleaner.
surprised.
The lawyer.
No, this time Dave did not sway me. I had total drama.
Subconsciously, I still swayed you.
Well, and here's the thing. It's just like I even told him today. I said, "Look, I know I'm going to get ganged up on."
You haven't that much, have you? We I think
no, I know I'm going to get ganged up on because you agree with Dave more than you agree with anybody.
Oh,
yeah. And if you try to deny it, I've got about,
He said, I got the receipts.
I've got 20 episodes that
But to be fair, Doug, I do make valid arguments for my points.
Well, no, I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying is that like
most of the time. Most of the time. Not all my
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying is that like,
I think just my good points really get across to Eric really well.
Yeah. That end, he doesn't know. Well, that end, Sean picks on him more, and I always give him a hard time. You really don't pick on him that much, so that's why.
I'm Eric's best friend.
Yeah, that's why your buttocks is the one with his lip prints all over it.
Hey, it's only for my wife.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not trying to say she's got competition. I'm just saying is that like
it's a kid's show.
No.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's why I use the cleaner terms.
Yeah, you said buttocks. Buttock. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But all right, so total drama's up 1-0. 2 more and they get a sweep. So now we move on to fan base. And it really what it is, it's Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network, which by the way, we've done this song and dance so many times that I pulled my groin at least twice. So but basically who had the bigger fan base? Eric, I'm gonna let you start.
From what I read, I think Jimmy takes this one because it's Nickelodeon, and I think it was one of Nickelodeon's top shows too.
Yeah. By the way, the movie did really well too.
Yeah, that's what I read too.
Yeah. All right, Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Eric here. I think Jimmy Neutron had a bigger fan base. I think it was closer than what people realize. I feel like Total Drama definitely had a huge fan base, but I don't think it's as like, yeah, you got that some of those loyal fans, but I feel like, it didn't sustain people's interest for a huge period of time to where Jimmy Neutron, I feel like the movie came out and people wanted to see that. I feel like if you made a movie about Total Drama Island, it's not going to sustain as much fandom as Jimmy Neutron did with their movie or so-called and so forth. So,
well, wait, did the show come first or did the movie come first?
For
Jimmy
Neutron.
Neutron.
I'm pretty sure the show came first. But I think they have more than one movie.
Okay. Because I remember seeing I
saw the Alien one?
Huh?
Are you talking about the Alien one?
The Jimmy Neutron Boy the Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, the movie that came out in what was it, 2001, 2002?
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, there's another one where there's okay, 2001. Jimmy Neutron, the Boy Genius. Yeah, that's the Alien one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing that in theaters, and then when I heard that they had a show, it's just like, oh, cool. Like,
Oh yeah, so the movie did come before.
all right.
The I think 6 months to a year before.
Oh, so Nickelodeon probably already had the plan that they were going to do the movie and then the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes
All
sense.
right. I also went with Jimmy Neutron just because, again, I feel like because of the movie, it helped build the fan base of the show.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like Jimmy Neutron? Garl?
Yeah. So, all right. 1-1. So nobody's getting swept. We move on to overall enjoyment. I'm going first. I hated Total Drama Island. I'm just going to say it just right here.
I did too.
Okay. I didn't like it. I don't think it's a good show. I think the guy that's the host of the reality show should have, somebody should have tied a rope around a rope to the boat, and then one end of the
he annoyed you so much, didn't he?
Oh, he was just like, and then when people are just like, he's just like, oh yeah, we're fooling everybody and nobody's going to be happy about it. And then like he kept showing the contract. He's like, you have to do this. And it's just like, dude, I can take that contract and I could shove it down your throat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I went Jimmy Neutron on this one. All right. Dave, you're up.
Yeah, I went Jimmy Neutron too. The boy genius. I mean, what's there not to love about that? There's multiple characters that you can enjoy in that show, like Sheen and Carl, and Jimmy Goddard. There's a bunch. So, and they're doing fun things, like they're doing science things. And I feel like not only are you like watching something entertaining, but you can also maybe learn a thing or two there.
Yep.
So I thought it was very enjoyable, and it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that category in a minute. Eric, go ahead.
Jimmy, I hated Total Drama too. I didn't understand why it was a show.
It's a show because Cartoon Network is just like, okay, let's just use this as a concept. People like Survivor.
Yep. So let's turn that into a cartoon and make it. See what we can do with it. And they did have a good fandom. I'm not gonna lie, but I just I wasn't part of that fandom.
No.
But my brother liked that show a lot, but I never did.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next category. It is humor. Jimmy Neutron's up 2-1. They can win it here with humor. Which show was funnier? Dave, I'm gonna let you go first.
I went with Jimmy Neutron here. I just thought it was better humor, just more relatable humor. I feel like Total Drama, it was corny humor, and I didn't really like. It was like they were trying too hard to bring out humor with doing stupid things, having characters be stupid or have problems with each other. And I just thought it was corny. Jimmy Neutron, I just thought it was more relatable and more genuine with their humor. So for that reason, I like that better.
Yeah. Eric, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'm going with Jimmy. I didn't find Total Drama funny at all.
I was, and
they had some parts that were like okay, that made me like chuckle a little bit, but like most of it was just like it wasn't funny to me.
There was a lot that was cringy.
Yeah. That's the word I was looking for. That I couldn't find.
Yeah, even I'm pretty sure we used it earlier in the show too. So.
Yeah, I know.
That's the only reason why I remembered to use the word. But so I'm also going Jimmy Neutron again. To me, it was just funnier, and like the way Jimmy's friends just were, and like because you can even tell that like they were his friends, but and by the way, the kind of pudgier kid with the glasses. I love that voice actor because I forget the voice actor's name, but that voice actor has done some pretty good stuff, and so I was a big fan of that character, and I thought that character was pretty funny, especially with how goony he can be, and so I gave it to Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy Neutron is going to win this category.
Was it Rob Paulson? Or no, that's who Yeah, was it Rob Paulson?
It might have
I think
been.
so.
I think it was Rob Paulson.
Yeah, and he's a legend.
Yep.
He's one of the more legendary voice actors. Him and Jim Cummings are like the top two most famous voice actors because they've done like a thousand.
million. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say like 1,000 characters, and that's still like kind of a stretch. But they've done like hundreds of. They've done so much voice work over the years.
Right.
So, all right, Jimmy Neutron's going to win at 3-1. They're going to get 20 points. Liam Jolly's division remains undefeated. Total Drama does not lose any points, but they move to 1-1. Jimmy Neutron 2-0. All right, main event time. And again, like I said at the beginning of the show, this is as old school as it gets.
Yes, it is.
We have the Looney Tunes in the division of Baron Ziegler. 1-0 with, let me check the points here. I want to say the Looney Tunes has 20 points. And I would be correct. 1-0 with 20 points, taking on Rocky and Bullwinkle, which is 0-1 with 0 points. They're in the division of Mike Thomas.
Oh, mine.
Huh?
I said 2 co-workers of mine.
Yeah. So
I feel bad for the one.
Yeah, and here's the thing, and again, like this is as old school as it gets, but one is at like a very top tier, and the other one, I don't know if they necessarily get the respect for being
as good as it was.
Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying.
I agree that. Yeah, I definitely
kind of
agree
like
with that sentiment.
Yeah, because like they were very good, but it's just like you're not going to achieve the level of one.
Do you
100%?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I have a wrestling analogy here?
Go ahead.
It's like Hulk Hogan and I guess Macho Man.
I mean, it's the same. Well, yeah, I mean, they achieved like this. Yeah, because like Hogan was up way at the top, and Savage could only get as far as Hogan would let him.
Yep. And Savage never got the respect he did from the bookers.
Right.
AKA Vince McMahon.
All right. So we're going, the first category is animation style. By the way, it is very appropriate that Looney Tunes is part of this battle because January 1st, Looney Tunes debuted on January 1st, 1929. Wow. It turned 97 on New Year's Day.
Wow. 2 days ago.
All right. Rocky and Bullwinkle, obviously, they had, they started in 1958. Who had the better animation? Dave, I'm going to start with you.
I went with Looney Tunes here. I think they really did a good job with their hand style animations. I believe they were, one of the most polished and influential hand-drawn animations ever produced. So I feel like their animation, led the way for a lot of animations to come. And so for that, yeah. And they had really detailed characters. They had detailed face, like emotions, expressions, motions and whatnot. And it was all pretty fluid for hand-drawn animation, which I thought was like, I respect what they did. They did a fantastic job, and so I got to give it to them.
Yep. All right. Eric, why don't you go next?
I'm going Looney Tunes too. For 1929 animation, I think it's top notch.
Yeah. And by the way, they also evolved.
Yep.
Okay. So like they evolved with the times. And I think Rocky and Bullwinkle they kind of like they had that short little run, and then there was a couple of times like they tried to come back, and it didn't work because I think they had trouble evolving.
Yep.
I'm also going with Looney Tunes. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna ask it. Looney Tunes is up 1-0. They're 2 away from a sweep. And it looks like we technically are gonna have time to kill here. So I'll go ahead and I'll ask this question. Dave, do you think that there are certain animes that are in this series that Looney Tunes can go up against and beat?
Yeah. I think there is a couple of animes they definitely could beat. Just because a lot of like it would be tough. Like with anime, like for instance, if we take animation as a category in between both of them, it'd be very hard for me to pick between like if you were picking like one of the newer, higher rated animation styles compared to a hand drawn that took more detail, that took more time and effort. So like you're comparing something that's newer to older, but if you put it up against the older anime, like back into like early like 1990s to early 2000s, I think they have a really good shot at beating them. But if you put it up against like anything that has like newer animation style, it's going to be super close.
Yeah. Now I'm not saying that I'm doing that. I mean, we're basically talking for like playoffs.
But Looney Tunes, I feel like is goated. So
Yeah.
I feel like if there is a show to have a chance against some of the top animes that's a cartoon, I feel like this would be one of them.
Right. But again, I'm just saying because like when we get into like the playoff rounds and like the finals and all that, and
because Looney Tunes also, not just because it's animation, but it's fan base and its enjoyment and the humor out of it. So like they have kind of it all in one boat. So that's why I feel like they could really have a shot.
Yeah, because like Looney Tunes, like whether like I'm predicting it right now. Obviously, we still have all these other stages we have to go through, but there is a very good chance Looney Tunes wins its division and ends up, in later rounds in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they beat some top animes.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm asking, because it's just like, can they match? There are very few cartoons that can do it. I think that Looney Tunes is one of those that can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
the one that won the last.
Now you said DBZ. I think that's one of the top. That's like one of the godfathers of anime. So that's tough.
That would be. I mean,
would love that
not that we're really in the business of predicting here, but
that would be a dope matchup.
There's going to be. There is a very good possibility that DBZ and Looney Tunes faces each other somehow in the final.
Yeah.
Or they're both part of the final.
We're talking about Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
Kai.
Yeah, not Kai. Yeah, no. It would be like, but there's a very good possibility that they're going to see each other in later rounds.
Yep.
Like the fan bases for both are huge. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that would be such a great battle. Yeah. I don't even know who would win. Like, I'm an anime guy, but I honestly, in that battle, I don't know who I'd pick to win.
And I'm a cartoon guy, and even I'm kind of like it's one of those. Again, let's not,
That's how you know it's a good matchup, when you don't think, like, when you got two people that are on opposite sides, cartoons, anime, and they don't know which one would win.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Yeah. And that would be one of those to where, like, now we're getting people's hopes up. They're like, oh, wait a minute. Are we actually going to see Dragon Ball Z and Looney Tunes?
Right.
All right. But back to this one. And again, I'm kind of just wasting time because the next category is fan base.
We know which way that's going.
Do we even have to? We're all going to say.
Well, I mean, we have to give our answers.
Yeah.
We don't have to go into a long spiel. I went Looney Tunes.
I went Looney Tunes too.
As well as did I. I mean, it's undoubtedly got the larger fan base, more dedicated fan base, and more loyal fan base.
Yep.
For sure. And it's gone for generations, the fan bases. It's not just like I think Bullwinkle. I feel like it's been kind of lost in the times a little bit to where Looney Tunes is still relevant to this day.
Yeah. Like I said, they started in 1929. 1929 is the year my grandmother, my mom's mother, was born. All right. Now she's no longer with us. You know, she passed away a number of years ago, but she was around for the start of Looney Tunes. My grandfather was around for the start of Looney Tunes. My parents, my aunt, me, my brother.
Yep.
So it's generational. So all right, they're up 2-0. One more and they sweep it. Overall enjoyment.
This is hard. That I did enjoy both shows.
Yeah, both shows are good.
Yeah,
Just
they are.
one's better than the other, but I'm not going to go first. Dave, I'm going to let you.
Well, Looney Tunes. To me, it's more enjoyable. I know more of the characters, so it's more enjoyable for me for that as well.
Yeah.
I didn't know about Bullwinkle until we started watching it on here. I've seen you know, bits and pieces of it back in the day. Like I recognize the characters, like what they look like, but I've never watched it until we got on here.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it. It wasn't a bad show at all. I just thought Looney Tunes, like, it brought me back to, you know, growing up. It gave me good memories. Like I know all the characters, and it, you know, it's funny. And it's just a good show.
Yeah. By the way, you know, Rocky and Bullwinkle, you know, you had Rocky, Bullwinkle, Boris and Natasha, the villains. It also spawned, you know, Mr. Peabody and Sherman, which did come out as a movie a number of years ago. But I went Looney Tunes. Like to me, it was, you know, it was a fun watch, and I'm not saying that, Rocky and Bullwinkle wasn't, but to me, I just enjoyed it more.
Yep. I went the
Eric?
same way. Went the same way. For Rocky, it got swept.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, like, this is one of those, because Rocky and Bullwinkle, they lost in stage one. They lost to Pinky and the Brain. And like a few people are just like, really, Pinky and the Brain beat Rocky and Bullwinkle? This is one of those that nobody's going to argue this.
Yeah. True that.
Like,
You don't think there'll be one?
huh?
You don't think there'll be one? Do you know any that would
Looney
argue?
Tunes is, like Dave said earlier, Looney Tunes is goated.
Oh yeah.
Bugs Bunny on Watch Mojo was voted the #1 greatest cartoon character of all time.
Yep.
Out of 100.
Yep.
Okay. They're just, and by the way, he's not the only iconic character to come out of this. There's like what, 10, 15, 20 of them?
Yeah, a couple, at least a dozen plus.
Yeah. And by the way, they had their own store. If you go into, I mean, I don't think this, but like a lot of malls had Looney Tunes stores back in the day, or at least Warner Brothers stores, which
It's a show where people had more than, like, people have different favorite characters on there too. Like, that's the type of show, like, people were interested in more than just, you know, Bugs Bunny. They loved other characters on there too.
All right. Well, let me ask you guys this and see what you can come up with. Dave, who are your top 3 favorite Looney Tunes characters?
Top 3. Well, Bugs Bunny is definitely going to be one. I really love Daffy, and then Tasmanian Devil.
All right. Eric?
Bugs, Taz, and trying to think of another one.
Oh, I also like Sylvester.
Yeah,
I really like. I'd probably take Daffy out and put Sylvester in there as my number
I've actually
2.
got Sylvester socks on right now.
Yeah.
I'm not lifting my leg up because that's gonna hurt. But
I like Tweeny Bird.
yeah. All right, here's mine. Mine would go Tasmanian Devil, Daffy, and Foghorn Leghorn.
Okay. Okay.
And again, Bugs Bunny's up there too. But Bugs Bunny's also the face of the franchise.
Yeah, that's why he's my number one. Like everybody loves Bugs.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So all right, they win at 3-0. They're gonna get the 30 points. Duh. It's so they are right now. And by the way, Baron Ziegler's division isn't great. Like he's one of those that has like a division that's kind of like so.
He's the one that's got Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, well, he's got Looney Tunes, so I feel like that's gonna beat out a ton of shows to come.
Yeah. I mean, because he's got Looney Tunes, Jabberjaw, Lazarus, and Ninja Kamui. Jabberjaw is already at -20. So
Jabberjaw is bringing him down, but Looney Tunes is bringing him up.
Exactly.
His two animes aren't top tier, but they're okay.
I mean, Ninja Kamui, like they got swept in stage 1, but that doesn't mean they're not going to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True enough.
But all right. So basically, I mean, we spent more time just kind of spitballing than we really did doing the battles because the battles were just that easy.
Which I don't mind having here and there.
Yeah.
Because it really shows, like, what this show is capable of, what it's done, and, you get to talk a little bit more about them.
Yeah. So, all right. Bob the Builder was able to avoid going into the bottom tier. That's like the big story. Besides the fact that Looney Tunes is like unstoppable.
Bob got the win, right?
No, Bob. No, they lost 3-1.
3-1. Yeah, duh.
So I mean, that's all right. I mean, technically that battle was.
No, it's just because on my notes I have them winning a couple of things. So like, and I didn't.
I think I had them winning most of the categories.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to those. We didn't get to those that I had them winning.
Yeah.
But all right. So first, before I promote what we got going on Wednesday, I might as well promote what we're doing tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time here on the When Tunes Combine YouTube channel. I gotta find. Oh, here it is. I've got so many notes in my phone that like every time I create a new set of notes, like it pushes down my schedule here. But tomorrow it's Family Fight Night. Now, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, we're going to have 8 battles tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time here on the When Tunes Combine YouTube channel. Now, the people whose divisions these cartoons are in, they're going up against their family members. And here's what we got. We got Flintstone Kids versus Doug, which is actually Sean's mom going against his wife. So we'll see how that goes. We got Wacky Races taking on Speed Racer, which is a husband and wife battle. Eric, you're going to find yourself in the middle of that. Because Eric,
I haven't told him yet. I have to tell him tonight.
I was hoping she was going to be at work today so I could tell her. Since I happened to visit your workplace, I was going to bring it up and kind of throw you under the bus, but I didn't see her.
No, she only works three times a month. But she has a full-time job.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she doesn't even work there anymore?
Only 3 times a month. She's done on demand for 3 times a month. Yeah.
All right. So Wacky Races versus Speed Racer, which could be a good one. Here's one. This is another husband and wife. They're going to go at it, by the way. Spy Family is going to take on Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
and it's actually Eric. It's your former boss's son going up against his wife. So, it's going to seem like I really targeted Eric's social circle here. All right. We are also going to see Super Mario World take on Tailspin. That's going to be a nephew taking on his uncle. Beetlejuice takes on the real Ghostbusters. That's going to be two cousins going at it. My sister going up against my cousin. Sailor Moon takes on Batman Beyond. That's two brothers that are going to go at it. Cowboy Bebop takes on Sword Art Online Alicia Zatin, which is a nephew taking on his aunt. My brother taking on my aunt.
What was that? What was that one?
Cowboy Bebop and Sword Art Online Alicia Zatin.
Okay, yep.
And then the main event is Adventures of the Gummy Bears taking on the Jetsons, which is Dave's wife taking on his sister. By the way, Dave's sister has, she went winless in stage 1. She has been doing nothing but winning so far here in stage 2.
Wow.
So she's bouncing back.
Better categories, better matchups, maybe.
I think it's better matches.
Yeah.
But by the way, one of her shows swept a show last week. Futurama swept the Cleveland show. Futurama had the unfortunate task of facing the Looney Tunes in stage 1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like we said, Looney Tunes is goated, so it's hard.
Yeah.
Hard to go up against them.
All right. So that's tomorrow. Wednesday for Animated Showdown, we've got Steins Gate taking on Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. Beavis and Butthead taking on Action League now. Oi. New Kids on the Block taking on the Pirates of Dark Water, who, by the way, Pirates of Dark Water, if they sweep the New Kids, they're going to be in that top tier category. Rick and Morty, the anime, takes on Assassination Classroom. And in the main event, we got Danny Phantom taking on Jackie Chan Adventures. If Danny Phantom gets swept by Jackie Chan, then they're in the bottom tier. So
Wow.
That's a couple of big storylines for Wednesday's show. Next Saturday night on this show, we've got Animated Hour Power Episode 22. Men in Black, the animated series, taking on Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the animated series. Mob Psycho 100 taking on Samurai Champloo. Street Sharks taking on Mummies Alive. And the main event is going to be Alvin and the Chipmunks versus Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
Ooh.
So
It's a good main.
Yeah. And by the way, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You is in that -10 category. If they get swept next week, then they're going to be in the bottom tier. Now, again, that's a big if.
That is a big if.
But, it might not be possible, but it's probable. Or I may have mixed that up. But all right. So make sure to like and subscribe to the When Tunes Combine YouTube channel. Also join the Facebook group When Tunes Combine, facebook.com/group/When Tunes Combine. You're going to find Wildcard Dave on Twitch at TCAXGodset95.
Yes, sir.
Make sure to like and subscribe to Eric's Unscripted Sports Show on YouTube.
Yep.
Like and subscribe to the Wrestling Through the Years YouTube channel. We're going to do our 2025 year-end awards this upcoming Friday night. I don't know what the categories are yet, and we probably won't know until like Tuesday or Wednesday because my brother is out of town right now. But Make sure to like and subscribe to the When Tunes Combine or to the Wrestling Through the Years YouTube channel, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time every Friday night. Also, check out the Dizzle97 YouTube channel and Twitch. He's not here, but I'll plug him anyway. Find Sean at TCAX Reaper on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, and Kick.
It's a new streaming platform.
Oh,
So make sure you find them on that. And then, of course, the Stabcast with Daniel and Mindy. There will be no show tomorrow because Daniel's out of town, but they will be back next week. And we will see everybody tomorrow for Family Fight Night, which technically I'm taking the Stabcast's time slot because Daniel's not here. So we'll see everybody tomorrow. Eric, take care of the shorts, please.
yes, sir.
Peace.
All right.
It should be coming up any